Bon après-midi. Il est temps de boire un verre de vin. Pour moi, un verre de vin rouge. And today we are having the Domaine Moulin Saint-Jean. And wow, so come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. This is a fabulous wine. I just picked it up. It is really what you would expect. You can just, on the nose especially, the minerality, you can feel that's there along with the cassis, but there's an amazing, almost mulberry type of scent here. I want to say mulberry and blackberry. It just reminds me of that treehouse I had when I was a kid in Parker, Arizona. And this is just a fabulous wine. So if you get an opportunity, grab a bottle or a bunch. That's up to you, but maybe give it a try and see what you think. I was laughing before we got going here because my Shotzi just sent me a text message. It says, "It amazes me the people who have no clue that other people actually drink just espresso." Yes, that can be somewhat surprising when you're in the lower 48. She's in Texas now. Here in Germany, it's pretty much the norm. I don't even know what they would do if I asked for coffee. I think they just give me a double espresso and call it good. But it is what it is. So the strike at the New York Times, still raging. But we have access now to the LA Times, and I think we're going to start going with it and be a little bit more... it's a little bit more reliable as it comes out every day. Apparently, the New Yorker doesn't have one a day, so well, kind of got a little on the screwed side with that one. So I guess we'll stick with the LA Times until we can get back to the king of all crosswords, the New York Times. If you have another crossword that I should be looking at or taking a gander at, other than the Guardian Quick and now the LA Times, until the New York Times comes back, you shoot me a note in the comments, send me an email. If you find me or follow over on Instagram or on TikTok, you can just shoot me a direct message there. I'll get it, and we'll take a look from there. So, we have an LA Times Friday, November 8, 2024. We have a David Alfred Bywater's construction, edited by Patty Varrell. So I guess we have an option to play with friends. I think we're going to go ahead and do this solo. Might make more sense for us to do that. Let's go ahead and jump into this grid, see what we got. Okay, so home of minor league baseball Storm Chasers, and I'm going to remember this, I'm sure. I actually used to handle PR for another minor league team in the North Texas area, and I got to know the names of the teams pretty well. Enthusiastic or Impatient Cry, perhaps we can go with maybe. I've never done an LA Times before, so I don't really know what quite to expect. A Quaint Ascent, I guess maybe a yesum or a yeser, so maybe a Y-E-S and then an M or an R. With the Quaint. Class that brings problem after problem. Well, if it's a yesum, I guess it could be math. Do a quick check. Opening stake, ante, feeling good about that. Blank mir bist du schön. 1937 hint. I don't know that I've ever heard that, but I do understand the saying is by mir bist du schön. So with me or next to me, you're beautiful. Along those lines, right? So, okay. Well, we'll get into these question mark long ones in a bit. Let's try to see if we can get the northwest corner solved first. Some flutes, and I'm just going to assuming this is an alto or altos. Brief indication of flexibility. Omaha. It was Omaha, Nebraska's Storm Chasers, right there in Tornado Alley too. I had a sneaking suspicion it might have been Tulsa, but then I remembered no, that's not the name of the Tulsa team. So, moving on. So this could be boy, or I don't know, not haram, so I guess we're talking about halal. Away from the wind could be Ali. Okay, nice. Caught you. I guess, I don't know. So I guess this is buy thee something, and I guess, oh boy, and then brief indication of flexibility, OBO. Okay, where to find a dog catcher at the end of the working day? By the Ohioan coin. And Shotzi and I, we were just talking about maybe moving to Uruguay one day, something like that. So, it's always open, possibility. Out of harm's way, could be safe. Slender fish and eel. I don't think I've ever heard it described as such, a slender fish. Snake-like, slippery, anything, But that one, let's see, Norwegian king in hagiographies, and this would be Olav. Olav. Oh, yeah, it is Olaf, but it's looking for Saint Olaf, I guess, and I needed to remember that when I did not write it first. Oopsie. Oscar season over snipe. Perhaps this is a snub. A-listers don't like that. Greenwich Village School, NYU. For a person who's never been to New York City, I feel like I know that city like it's the back of my hand. Every bit of literature, all of my favorite books of American literature, right? From Paul Auster to just you name it. I feel like I know New York. Every Woody Allen movie, everything I've been exposed to, right? Even some of my most favorite British literature specialists out there, right? Will often write about New York, like Sir Martin Amis wrote often of it. Ian McEwan. Gosh, I just really need to go. I need to go. Potential London flat. It's clever. We're going to use that tire, the way they spell tire there. Large container could be an urn. And I guess we're going to find a dog catcher at the end of the day by the pound. Okay. Hotel capacity beds. Power issue, maybe a surge. I'm liking it so far. It's a very clean little grid. Organization, concerned with lab safety. Well, what do you think? SPCA or PETA? I think the lab is a dog, therefore the question mark. Well, let's see. Dr. Zhivago Star, and I think we're taking Omar Sharif. Had a graduate school class that dealt with him an awful lot. Lingerie, array. It's probably a peignoir. No, peignoirs. Sorry. I don't think I've ever spelled this out. I'm having to really rely on my memory to how I see that written on the sign at the store in my head. Since you asked, so we got the SPCA here, and almost had it, perhaps came close. Oh, I just typed that out without looking at the keyboard. I wonder if I can do that all the time. Doubt it. Broccoli unit, probably ahead. Let's see, spots, maybe ads. Used to make those too. Where to find a Tyrolean shepherd. So I'm assuming we're above the fold. And call upon. Anytime I think of Tyrolean anything, all I can think of is the Alps and, well, Bavaria, which is where I live now, which is kind of nice. When I see TIR on license plates, I know, oh, they're Tyrolean. Okay. Part of a boa could be a feather, of course. Inscribed with acid, maybe to etch. Pitching superstars and ace. Little snicker. He. Where to find an Iowa farmer in late summer. Iowa farmer. Okay, job listing letters. I guess some equal employment opportunity or equal opportunity employer. I don't know. In addition, maybe else. I don't like that, but that's got nothing to do with the construction. So I guess we're talking about EEO, and I guess this is maybe behind the ears. So these are some clever little sayings, right? You know, behind the ears and so on and so on. Ears of corn. So we got the Iowa thing in there. Or Nebraska would have worked, I think. Au contraire. Is it the French for no, which would be non? I don't know. It could be maybe not. So I'm going to leave that alone for right now. But what do we got here? Delighted cry could be an ooh la la. Okay. All right. RX provider is probably a doc. Peach can, maybe a nectarine. Shotzi loves those. At last, maybe about time. Where to find a Chicago urbanite. Bobs and buns, maybe dues. Okay, let's see here. Not just glance. How about stare? Root could be the origin. Acute could be keen. Potent, present, omni. Stir-fried knee would be a walk. Looks like we got Kristen Wiig in here. Coming around nicely. Attempts, maybe tries. Charge could be a fee. So I think this is out of the something. Cutter's capital is Doha. I've been there. So is this an L? Blank out at, maybe lashed out at. I'm going with the past tense. So maybe this is out of the loop. Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. And here we got another Alpine reference here, apparently. Alpinen. So we got the Alps coming in from an Italian perspective. And we often think when we drive down to the Lombardy region, we typically go through Switzerland on the way there and then up and around through Austria on the way back. But either way, we get a good glance at the Dolomites. It's so beautiful. Many a Saudi Arab. Slender woodwind and oboe, pretty standard fare there. Coded plea for help. Da da da. Da 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 da. Jazzy improvisation. We had that yesterday, I think, in the New Yorker cartoon. A bit buzzed, could be tipsy. And down at the heels, US IDs, maybe social security numbers. Where to find a lumberjack at lunchtime. What do you think? On the stump? Why not? Sources, sounds of woe, maybe sobs. Core supporters. Maybe the base. I don't know. Pre-check, TSA. So yeah, we got a base in there. Pass, maybe nah. Row source, a shad. So what do we got? Foot part, is it a toe? Oh, guess. Booped body parts, maybe noses. On as an alarm, maybe armed. Nevada neighbor, Arizona, and a cause to make happen. And how do we do, Bob? Oh, I guess we got to finish it, don't we? I guess we left one out. Got a marker, so maybe an IOU. What do we got? So 10 minutes, 37 seconds, and I guess a score of 870. I've never seen a score before, but as you can see, this is my first go at this now. So fun. This was a good little grid. Wasn't too terribly easy, but it certainly wasn't a major challenge. I'm not sure what the rules are at the LA Times, but nevertheless, I'm pretty excited about it. At least we have a good, clean grid to go to until we get our New York Times crossword back. So we'll tap this out of here very respectfully, of course, and we'll go ahead and bring down our bannière d'adieu, literally our farewell banner, bannière d'adieu. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all of the comments. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. It means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until we see you tomorrow for some grid, maybe LA Times, maybe New York Times, maybe, I don't know yet. We'll find out. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Be good to yourselves. Be good to your neighbors. And by all means, be great to the person behind you in the queue. Be well. Take care now.